You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the July 7th, 2023 special meeting of the Michigan City Housing Authority. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
All right, it's 3 o'clock. We're here for our special meeting of the Michigan City Housing Authority. Can we all stand for the pledge, please? Pledge to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Ms. Hutton.
Roger McCormick.
Present.
Michael Vincent.
Present.
Stacy Benning. Present. Kenneth Fly. Talani Rainey. Present. Jacob Mooneyhan. Robert Long.
Present.
We have the form.
All right, Ms. Hutton, if we can just go straight to unfinished business.
Unfinished business, resolutions for the vacancy rehab.
At this time, I will entertain a motion to untable resolution, 2303? Yes, 2303.
Make a motion to untable resolution 2023-03.
Is there a second?
I don't have zero.
Which one was
Three.
that?
That's the one from last meeting.
Last meeting that we tabled?
Oh, okay.
That was all of them together.
AMG.
Yes.
That's AMG altogether.
All right, I second.
Okay. Roger McCormick.
Aye.
Michael Vincent.
Aye.
Stacy Benning.
Aye.
Talani Rainey. Robert Long.
Well, now I'm confused. You said that was all of them, or that was,
Yeah, all of them was
It
together.
was all together, that's why we separated it today.
Yeah.
but if we're voting aye, does that mean that
To
we're...
untable it, so
Okay,
we
we're
can
just, okay, on the table, okay,
He has to bring it back to
gotcha.
the.
Okay, that's what I was trying to, sure.
At this time, I will also entertain a motion to, I will entertain a motion to reject resolution 2023-3.
Motion to reject.
second.
Any discussion for anyone?
You don't have 03, you only have 04.
That was from the last meeting where they had AMG and another level together stuck on one resolution.
And we separated it.
Now we separated it.
Okay.
So we have to get rid of that one and
Then
do
we
the two
go
separate.
to-
Gotcha. Okay.
On the roll call, Ms. Sutton.
Roger McCormick.
Aye.
Michael Vincent.
Aye.
Stacy Benning.
Aye.
Talani Rainey.
Aye.
Robert Long.
Aye.
5-0.
All right. Ms. Sutton, next up.
Resolution 23-04. A resolution authorizing the Michigan City Housing Authority to contract for the vacancy reduction at Lakeland Estates with AMG. Whereas the Michigan City Housing Authority is duly organized public housing under the laws of Michigan City, State of Indiana, United States of America. Whereas the authority currently owns Eastern Estates, a residential housing complex in need of substantial rehabilitation to make habitable in compliance with the laws of the state of Indiana, and that housing quality standards as set out by the laws of the United States of America. And whereas it's in the best interest of the housing authority to complete this rehabilitation work to reduce vacancy within its own property, to provide affordable housing services to residents of low income in accordance with Indiana Code 36-7-18-2. And whereas in accordance with the priority on May 12, 2023, the authority issued a properly circulated request for proposal 2023-001, a copy which is attached here to an exhibit for vacancy reduction at Lakeland Estates. And where our bids were timely received on May 25th, 2023 in response to said RFP as summarized in Exhibit 2 attached here too. And whereas following a review of bids received, authority has determined that it is most cost effective to award multiple contracts to multiple service providers for provisions of specified services at a specific location broke down by addresses as summarized on Exhibit 3 attached here too. And whereas the housing authorities desire to procure the services of AMD described herein for performance of vacancy reduction at Lakeland Estate at 3 properties noted within Exhibit 3 for the total cost not to exceed $84,500. And address is registered.
So do we have anybody from another level here? So we are,
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 2023-04.
any discussion? I just have one thing to ask Ms. Hutton. So Exhibit 3 will actually be the $230,000 and then each one of the bids of the scopes? What is Exhibit 3?
Exhibit 3 for this one is the 3 units that's listed right in front.
Okay, I got it. All right.
Okay, yep.
On the roll call, Ms. Hutton. Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Benny.
So then therefore, is Exhibit 2 the now therefore be it resolved? What's Exhibit 2 then?
Exhibit 2
The summarized.
is the summarized. Yeah,
So this is 2, this is 3.
Okay,
yes.
okay. Very good.
Roll call. Rodney McCormick,
Aye.
Michael Vincent,
Aye.
Stacy Benning,
Aye.
Solani Reyna,
Aye.
Robert Loney. Aye. Okay, the next resolution is resolution 2023-05, a resolution authorizing the Michigan City Housing Authority to contract for vacancy reduction at Lakeland Estates with another level. Whereas the Michigan City Housing Authority is duly organized public housing agency under the laws of Michigan City, State of Indiana, and the United States of America. Whereas the authority currently owns Lakeland Estates, a residential housing complex in need of substantial rehabilitation to make habitable in compliance with the laws of the State of Indiana and the housing quality standards as set by the laws of the United States of America. And whereas it is the best interest of the housing authority to complete this rehabilitation work to reduce vacancy within its own property and provide affordable housing to residents of low income in accordance with Indiana Code 36-7-18-2. And whereas in accordance with the priority on May 12, 2023, the authority issued and properly circulated request for proposals 2023-001, a copy which is attached hereto in Exhibit 1 for vacancy reduction at Lakeland Estate. And whereas bids were timely received May 25th, 2023 in response to the said RFP as summarized of Exhibit 2 attached hereto. And whereas following a review of bids, the authority has determined that it is most cost effective to award multiple contracts to multiple service providers for provision of specified services at specific locations broke down by address as summarized on Exhibit 3 attached hereto. And whereas the authority desires to procure the services of another level, described herein for performance of vacancy reduction at Lakeland Estates at 7 properties noted in Exhibit 3 for total cost not to exceed $233,000.
With that being said, I will entertain a motion to accept or deny.
I make a motion to accept resolution number 2023-05.
Second.
Now we have the discussion, and we do have someone here from another level, correct?
I can,
Yes, Mr.
Mr. Chair, another level of, since your bid, have you looked at it, at the scope of work, and you're agreeing with the scope of work, and you got full confidence you can take care of the 7 properties on this?
Yeah.
Do you have a time frame that you can get started?
No, we give him the
They give you
time.
guys.
We give him the time frame and everything.
What about-
The attorney will do the contract and give him.
Okay, well, how's your schedule look? Well, you know, he's the person doing the work, right? So if we tell him to start tomorrow, if his schedule's full, he can't start tomorrow, right? So I'm just asking, how's your schedule look?
I got a couple bathrooms closing out and kitchens closing out now. So we had our last kitchen now, so.
So you'll be available sooner than later? Okay. All right, thank you.
Ms. Benny?
This has nothing to do so much with the specific scope, but do you intend to have like subcontractors to assist if need be? And-
Yeah, I got approved, but we working, so apartments is so small, so we only do 2-man crew per apartment. I know we had to hire somebody within these premises here. So we're gonna do like a labor here and hire a minority female too, right? From what the form said. So we got,
It's up to you. Those are the options.
okay,
Up to you.
I figured we do it anyway, just to,
Are you referencing what was said to you initially by Ms. Lashmi? Lashery, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Anybody else have any other discussion? I have just one question. Have you seen the scope of work for the 7 units that you're accepting?
I seen our scopes of work, this is where the confusion comes. I seen our scopes of work that was issued to us, but it's been revised. And I have revised, this is what the issue is with numbers. That from the first meeting, from my intel that I'm getting, from you guys to AMG and, you know, that kind of source. But that's what I'm getting. So,
Can you elaborate on what, I'm sorry, can you elaborate on what you're saying?
I-
So we can get a true understanding
So
of what
what
you're
I'm
saying.
saying is, on my scope of work, mine will be shorter terms on the scope. It will be longer terms on the scope. So his prices might be a little more higher than my prices. You see what I'm getting at? Because my scope of work was based on the first scope. So it been revised, I didn't have a revised scope of work, or email or nothing. So we had to go by what was issued for us in the packet.
At this time, I will entertain a motion to take a brief recess to allow another level to look at the scope of work, and then we'll come right back.
Yeah, and that being said, I'd like Ms. Sutton to share the copies that we saw earlier.
Yeah, I just gave him what was just given to us.
No, but I'm getting his
Okay.
here.
What we saw earlier.
So I will request that motion.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call. Rodney McCormick.
Aye.
Michael Vincent.
Aye.
Stacy Benning.
Aye.
Talani Raymond.
You do know that there's a motion already on the floor, right? To accept this resolution.
Yes, I know, we tabled it to,
Discussion.
we was in discussion.
So now he's asking for.
I'm asking for a recess, 5-minute recess, or enough time for them, because this is important, that he knows what the scope of work is.
I just didn't know if she had to withdraw her.
No.
All right, aye.
Robert Lund.
Thank you. I call this meeting back to order. Everybody, you had a chance to review the scope of work, and you have no problem with that?
No problem. No issues.
And what would be your pleasure, Ms. Hutton, on this?
We have a motion and a second.
We on discussion. She
To
has,
move forward with,
on the,
resolution 05.
okay, on the roll call.
Rodney McCormick,
Aye.
Michael Vincent,
Aye.
Stacey Betty,
Aye.
Talani Rainer, Robert Longman.
All right.
Next, under unfinished business is attorney fees.
Commissioner Rayner, that's your, you wanted to put on the agenda so we can, motion for attorney fees?
I'm confused. I'm confused as to what you're,
To pay attorney fees for, any, legal expenses occurring to, the removal?
right. Okay, I'm just making a motion that, the Michigan City Housing Authority, pays all attorney fees, if any, for the removal of, Commissioner Lawley.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? I think that this is important for all of us to make sure that we, let our voices be heard today, and that the mayor knows that we are willing to make sure that all legal expenses are paid for. And I believe that, I'd like to add to that motion, if I may amend it to add that we move forward with our attorney preparing the necessary portions of the removal. It's just not going to be isolated to one thing, I believe. I think it's numerous things, and any fees attached to the removal, be it administrative law judge, lawyers, that we pay for the expenses to represent this agency, the Michigan City Housing Authority, and this board of commissioners.
This is to deal with just one commissioner, just Mr. Fly at this time. We're not just blanket covering legal fees for anybody, just a
Yes.
specific topic.
Just to if there's any fees attached to the removal, such as administrative law judge coming in,
So the city doesn't.
yes, or any of our legal fees, the city will not be on the hook for that this time around, if need be. So we have any other discussion? On the roll call.
Rodney McCormick,
Aye.
Michael Vincent,
Aye.
Stacey Betty,
Aye.
Talani Rainer, and Robert Longman.
And there's one more legal fee that we need to vote on. At this time, I will move that, I will entertain a motion that we reimburse Harris Law Firm for the fee of $150 for the securing of a body cam that was requested by a commissioner.
Regarding incidents during or after the meeting?
Incidents incurred regarding commissioners and maybe some potential staff members. So there was a body cam footage that was requested, and they went out to go get it, and
Okay, so Mr. Harris had to pay the fee.
yes,
Okay.
to secure that.
So moved.
Michigan City Police Department.
Okay, gotcha.
Second.
Any discussion? On the roll call?
Rodney McCormick,
Aye.
Michael Vincent,
Aye.
Stacey Benning,
Aye.
Talani Rainer, Robert Longman.
We come to the section where we have public comments. Please, if you want to say something, introduce yourself and state your address. Is there anybody here for public comment? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move we adjourn?
Second.
Roll call?
Rodney McCormick,
Aye.
Michael Benson.
Aye.
Stacy Bentley.
Aye.
Talani Raymond. Robert Lund.
Thank you.